You're watching Channel 6, your 24-hour news source. Now, Alabama's first team. Scott Richards, Janet Hall, James Spann with a Doppler 6 forecast, Rick Karle with sports, and 6 on your side with Brenda Ludan. Alabama's #1 news source. This is Channel 6, the Alabama Evening News.
I'm mighty proud to be alive because, like I said, if it hadn't been for them two gentlemen, I probably would have never been around.
Those words from a man grateful to be alive tonight. Good evening, I'm Janet Hall.
And I'm Scott Richards. Thanks for joining us. Well, you've probably heard the story about the Good Samaritan who came to the aid of a man who fell among thieves. Tonight, 53-year-old Fred Diffie of Samaritan is living proof that Good Samaritans are still around. Sarah Verser with the story.
53-year-old Fred Diffie lies in a hospital bed after being stabbed in the side and in his left leg. It happened at the Baptist Church of the Covenant in Birmingham. Diffie stood in the doorway taking a break from his painting job when he was attacked by a man who wanted his wallet.
I guess he had to have him another bottle of wine or another pop of crack because he was high as a kite. Because I was kicking him in the crouch. I even stabbed him once with a screwdriver. Didn't faze him a bit.
In fact, Diffie and the robber were still wrestling on the ground when Nathan Fife came along.
Just saw a man on top of this other man trying to rob him. I know now. I don't know what he was doing at the time. I did see blood. So then he was hollering, help, help, help. And so I just tried to help him.
Fife had just stopped at this red light when he heard Fred Diffie's cries for help. He then parked his car in the middle of traffic, jumped out and ran to this alley to lend a helping hand. The robber then got away.
I got a pipe out of the back of my truck. I was going to try to stop him. You know, I saw him, look like he was trying to stab him. So, but when he saw that, he ran.
Another man applied pressure to Diffie's leg to stop the bleeding until paramedics arrived. What do you think would have happened to you if it hadn't been for Mr. Fife and the other guy?
Well, darling, I don't think I'd be laying here talking to you. I think the man would have killed him. Is it going to get to the point where now, when you see somebody coming at you, you're going to have to turn and walk away from them? Not knowing whether you're going to get stabbed, shot, or what? I mean, good Lord, what's this world coming through?
Diffie says the man took every penny that he had because he had just been paid. But at least the robber didn't take his life. Sarah Verser, Channel 6, the Alabama Evening News.
Fred Diffie sends his personal thanks to the two men who helped him. He refers to them as the man with the pipe and the man with the strong hands. Diffie, who is from Samaritan, should go home from the hospital tomorrow.
Well, local law enforcers are getting some much-needed help in the war against crime. The help comes from the FBI. 40 FBI agents were sworn in to a special fugitive task force today. The force will work alongside members of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department and the police, the Birmingham Police. Their aim is to capture 100 of Birmingham's most dangerous fugitives. FBI Special Agent Alan Whitaker says the force will help keep crime down.
If projected, it could get 175 and maybe even 200 homicides for the year. That would be at least a 30% increase and maybe even higher. We can't stand by and just do the same old things and maintain the confidence of the public.
This task force broadens the authority for these FBI agents to arrest suspects within state lines.
Governor Hunt gave sworn testimony in a deposition today in his ethics lawsuit. Attorneys for the governor, Attorney General Jimmy Evans, and the Ethics Commission went into the governor's office for the deposition. The governor wants to stop a state investigation of his use of state airplanes. The State Ethics Commission ruled the governor may have violated the law by using state planes to attend preaching trips where he also accepted money. After the deposition, mum was the word from the governor on the case, but he did make a brief statement about obeying the ethics law.
Regardless of what the actions of the court are, I will still file my ethics form and will still abide by the ethics opinions, the ethics law, regardless.
Governor Hunt claims the ethics law does not apply to the governor, arguing that the constitutional separation of powers between the executive and legislative branches prevents the legislature from applying the ethics law to the governor. Here's a follow-up to a story we first reported 2 weeks ago. It was a story that launched the public hunt for an endangered red wolf that escaped from the Birmingham Zoo. You'll remember the wolf was found eventually in Homewood and safely returned to the zoo. Well, now acting zoo director Mike Williamson is being accused of incompetency for failing to report the wolf was missing until a week after it had escaped from its holding pen. A personnel hearing on the accusation is scheduled for next week.
A man convicted of killing a police officer is about to be let out of prison. Officer John Thomas was killed on December 10th, 1972, while he and his partner were responding to a domestic dispute. Ernest Ball was convicted of that murder and sentenced to life. But as Dan Cates reports from our Tuscaloosa newsroom, the state is now setting him free.
Despite letters of protest, Ernest Ball was granted parole this week. He could be free by March 2nd. 20 years ago, Larry Wood was a rookie patrolman. Today, he's a lieutenant with the Alcohol Beverage Control Board. He sometimes drives through the Lincoln Park neighborhood where his partner was killed that rainy night in 1972.
So we got the call, we pulled up here, we had our lights on, pulled up, stopped right here. But as he stepped out in the middle of the hall, the first bedroom right here, the door just opened and a barrel come out and just shot him in the side right here.
Does it seem like it was yesterday?
It last night. Like last night. I can see it right now.
If Ernest Ball were convicted of killing a police officer today, he could face the death penalty. But capital punishment did not exist in Alabama in 1972, nor did the sentence life in prison without parole. Ernest Ball has not exactly been a model prisoner. According to the prison system, he's been disciplined 13 times and once escaped from an honor farm. He was on the run for 2 years before being captured.
You with a man, one minute he's alive, and we're joking, talking, and next minute he's dead. And I mean, can the parole board bring him back? You know, I can't understand that. If they could bring him back, I could see letting this guy out, but they can't bring him back, so I can't see letting this guy out.
In Tuscaloosa, Dan Cates, Channel 6, the Alabama Evening News.
Well, members of the State Pardons and Parole Board say they decided to release Ball because they did feel there was no reason to keep him in. The officer's family did not show up to protest the parole.
Ever come across something that just seemed too good to be true?
Well, that appears to be the case with some special eyeglasses. In fact, federal officials are taking action. A 6 on Your Side follow-up report next on Channel 6, your 24-hour news source.
Hi, I'm Don Drunner, and I've got a special offer on a loaded Jeep Laredo that you're going to like. Right now at Don Drunner Buick Jeep Eagle, you can lease a 4-door Laredo with power windows and locks for just $298 a month for 48 months. With no down payment and 15,000 miles a year, this two-wheel drive beauty will take you anywhere you want to go. For only $298 a month, save some real money on a Jeep Laredo. We're located on Highway 31 in Hoover, and we're the only Drunner dealership in town.
When you need furniture, look to Jefferson Home for quality brand names, selection, and service. We offer low-value prices every day and pass our savings on from special purchases. You have our promise of the lowest price or we'll refund the difference. At Jefferson Home, you can depend on us and buy with confidence.
Jefferson Home presents the savings you waited for. At least 20% off the low Jefferson Home value prices or no interest for 2 full years. But hurry, offer ends Monday.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Recycling is easy when you use Reynolds Wrap. So use it for everything. After all, nothing protects both your food and the environment like recyclable Reynolds Wrap.
Closed captioning of Channel 6 News is sponsored by your Heart of Alabama Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Glasses that can cure vision problems. An outfit calling itself the Institute of Eye Therapy in Kansas City has made that claim about its product, but U.S. postal inspectors aren't buying that claim, and they're doing something about it. 6 on Your Side reporter Brenda Ludan first told you about what they call the eye sizer about a year ago. You've got a pair of the glasses here.
Yeah, Scott, they look like sunglasses with tiny pinholes in them.
Just little holes all over them.
That's right, and the company has made some amazing claims about these glasses. The Institute for Eye Therapy says the glasses could help those with serious vision problems such as cataracts, double vision, retinal separations, and much more. But a local ophthalmologist told 6 on Your Side about a year ago the glasses simply could not cure those problems. U.S. postal inspectors have recently come to the same conclusion, and today were granted a temporary restraining order against the company.
If you wear glasses or contacts and would like to see again with your own eyes, laser vision is the answer for you.
The commercials say you won't need glasses or contacts anymore if you wear their dark glasses with the pinholes in them. But the U.S. postal inspectors say it simply isn't true. Today, the U.S. Postal Service was granted a restraining order to seize mail going to this office in Kansas City.
The company is receiving a large volume of mail daily, approximately 100 pieces of mail a day, which would be $40 a piece of mail times 100, approximately $4,000 a day. To make these, it's probably a quarter investment, 25 cents.
The company airs commercials which seem to endorse the product. But Dr. Joseph Gindy, a Los Angeles ophthalmologist, stated, "I was not aware that my comments would be used in association with such false claims about the glasses." Also, the Institute mails out a bogus newspaper article which also makes amazing claims.
There's a personalized post note on the advertisement which states, "John, try these, they really work. Signed, J," when in fact they don't know this person.
The U.S. Postal Service says both experts and those who've purchased the glasses say the claims are exaggerated.
The claim that through the use of these pinhole glasses, patients can discard their glasses and ultimately have good vision, whether they're nearsighted, farsightedness, or need some help up close to read, is blatantly false.
And I also called the company. I was told no one there could comment today, so I'm still waiting for a response, and I'll let you know when I get that.
So where does the investigation go from here?
Well, any mail that is sent to the company will be reimbursed, or will be sent back to the sender. Also, in late February, a hearing will be held to determine if that company will be closed down.
Thank you very much, Brenda. How do you call a turkey? If your answer is, "Here, turkey, turkey," then you definitely need to see our final story this evening, so stay with us for that.
James Spann's weekend forecast is next on Channel 6 News, your 24-hour news source. But first, this Earthwatch fact.
Looking for Birmingham's best buy on a new minivan? Well, here it is at Roebuck Parkway Dodge. The all-new 92 Dodge Caravan, equipped with an airbag, power steering, power brakes, automatic transmission, air conditioning, and more. All for just $13,988 or $279 a month. You heard right. Just $13,988 or $279 a month. Birmingham's best buys on minivans are always at Roebuck Parkway Dodge.
You only have to give a little to get us to give a lot.
It's wild. It's crazy. It's Burlington Coat Factory's Washington's birthday sale. Today through Monday. Great-looking dresses, an unbelievable $19.90. Executive suits, a ridiculous $89.90. Fashion leather jackets and bombers, $69.90 to $99.90. Good-looking top coats, $49.90 to $99.90. Beautiful leather handbags, a steal at $14.99. Drop everything and come running. Burlington Coat Factory's wild and crazy Washington's birthday sale.
Now, thousands of Americans can set out to become a part of history.
Boy, this better be good.
Just by going to the Washington's birthday half-off sale at Marks Fitzgerald.
Why can't the dude just eat cake on his birthday like everyone else? What do you want from me?
Hundreds of items in every Marks Fitzgerald furniture store have been reduced to one-half off.
For once, he's saving a buck instead of throwing it away.
So hurry over to the Washington's birthday one-half off sale at Marks Fitzgerald now, because after Monday, it will all be history.
Of all the cars and trucks made in America, 5 of the 10 bestsellers are Fords. And in Birmingham, there's only 4 places to buy one. Adamson, Long Lewis, Ernest McCarty, or Jim Skinner Ford. Right now, your Birmingham Ford dealers are celebrating Ford leadership with great February deals. Get an Escort loaded with air, a stereo, power steering, and more. With big savings, pay just $199 a month with the plan. And that's before you make your best deal. 5 bestsellers, 4 places to buy. See Adamson, Long Lewis, Ernest McCarty, or Jim Skinner Ford today.
Weekend upon us. I'm sure we're going to have nothing to complain about in our weather if we compare it to some other folks in the country.
That's right. We do have some real weather problems right now. Of course, California, some severe weather in the Plain States right now. And the news is not all bad. We will mention, Scott, a chance of rain tonight. But these storms are moving along so quickly, much of the weekend, or at least part of it, will be rain-free. Right now at Channel 6, skies are cloudy. Light rain falling in parts of Birmingham now. We have 57 degrees. We've been sitting on that temperature basically all afternoon long. Relative humidity at 96%. The barometer 30 inches even and falling in the wind out of the south at 11 miles per hour. The high today was 60. The low this morning was 51 here at Channel 6. The record high 79 from 1989. The record low 2 above zero from 1905. The updated rainfall total here, 0.04 of an inch this afternoon, still not that much, and air quality at 60, that's in the moderate category. We'll begin with the live Doppler 6 radar display. Not a lot out there, just small patches of light rain across scattered locations in north or central Alabama. Certainly no storms, no heavy rain at the moment, but let me show you an area where heavy rain is a problem. We'll show you the regional radar coming out of southwestern Missouri. This is Springfield, there's Joplin, that's Fayetteville, Arkansas, that's Harrison, Arkansas, and this is Interstate 44. And between Springfield and Kansas City, some ferocious thunderstorms here this afternoon. Number of tornado reports, also hail and damaging winds. And this is a part of the country where severe weather could very well be a problem for the next several hours. We have a tornado watch until 10 for South Missouri and northern Arkansas. But again, after looking at all the latest data, I just don't think we'll have a major risk of severe weather here. Just the outside chance of some locally heavy thunderstorms late tonight or early tomorrow. The atmosphere is just a little too stable. Most of the good energy is passing well to our north. And this is what we'll see much of the night tonight, mostly light to moderate rain. The rain will get a bit heavier late tonight as the cold front approaches. But as we talked about, this storm system is moving along so quickly. We now believe much of this rain will be out of here by the midday hours tomorrow. And I think we'll salvage some sunshine by late tomorrow afternoon. Now, this swirling cloud mass right here is the upper air low that's propelling all of this. That's headed up toward the Great Lakes, and the trailing cold front will come through here around noon tomorrow. And behind it, a nice break in the storminess, and that should be our weather for Sunday. Then the storm you see out west, that's the one that will bring more rain back to the state by the first part of next week. But again, tomorrow, the rain moves off to the east. The cold front should come through Birmingham around noon. Then a nice batch of dry air coming in for tomorrow night and Sunday. And temperatures will stay very mild. We see absolutely no cold air in sight. Here's our forecast. Rain and thunderstorms across the area tonight with an overnight low at 55. Tomorrow, the rain ending by noon, some afternoon clearing. It would be nice to see some sunshine. High tomorrow at 67. Here's the 5-day plan. By noon, some afternoon clearing. It would be nice to see some sunshine. High tomorrow at 67. Here's the 5-day plan.